Let's begin. So first of all, bro, I saw that my video of like JoJo Netflix don't fuck JoJo up. For now, it's the best performing video if I'm not mistaken. It is the best performing video ever on the channel for now. It's JoJo's, so I'm gonna react to JoJo's again and try to replicate what I did. But anyways, I'm gonna react to explaining JoJo's new universe. So you know, like JoJo's had like a whole universe reset with like Made in Heaven or something. So people think that Steel Ball Run is like the universe reset from the Made in Heaven thing, but some people say it's not. I don't know what the author said. Actually, I don't know what the author said. But let's just react to this. Maybe this guy will explain this better.
So since
So
the Steel
what's happening in JoJo's?
Ball Run anime was announced, I've been seeing a lot of discussion resurfacing about the correlation between JoJo's original universe and alternate universe.
Exactly.
Particularly the notion that the Made in Heaven reset at the end of part 6
What I
created
said.
the alternate universe scene.
Yo, I'm tapped in. Like, oh, I told y'all, I'm tapped in anime, bro. You actually can't test me with any anime. I'm just that. I'm that guy, bro.
In part 7. This is mostly a result of how the teaser trailer was presented, as it begins in 1888, Phantom Blood, and goes through the timeline up to Stone Ocean, where we then see the effect of Made in Heaven with the years flying by, that then fades into the years counting up to 1890, which is Steel Ball Run, which some have taken as a pseudo-confirmation that the timeline reset into part 7. So I know I've already made an entire video dedicated to this topic that extensively
Why Akira reset JoJo 2022.
explains the in-manga and real-life reasons for the alternate universe, and provides many quotes from Araki himself on the subject. So in this video, I just want to break it down
What do you say?
as many quotes from Araki
Araki's the author, right?
himself on the subject. So in
I feel like I had reached the peak of
this
my
video,
creativity. As an author,
wanna
I
break it
had
down
drawn
in
everything.
the
I don't know.
simplest way possible to clear up any confusion new or returning fans may still have. So the alternate universe, also known as the Steel Ball Run universe, is JoJo's new continuity for parts 7 through 9, and is completely separate from parts 1 through 6, and its many references and parallels to the original universe has no in-world reason, and is simply for the author Araki to create new stories that carry on the spirit of JoJo, while being free from the limitations imposed on him from the original universe, as Stone Ocean was set in the year 2011, but written in the early 2000s. So if Araki were to continue the story, he would have been forced to either go further into the future, resulting in an unrealistic depiction of the times, or go back into the past and create new Joestars somewhere in between the already established parts, which could feel a bit messy as it would essentially be retconning the timeline. So Steel Ball Run is very simply described by Araki as a parallel world, and could probably be best described as an alternate multiverse. So the best way I can explain how this works in JoJo is through a diagram, where we have a lane, and inside the lane is a multiverse, where each of these lines is its own universe, and there can be an infinite number of worlds. The lane can go on forever, forwards and backwards, but nothing can come in or leave the lane. And this lane can represent the original continuity, parts 1 through 6. And one of these lines would be the original universe, which we can assume is the base universe. Another one can be the first reset, another can be the Ireneverse, but everything else is based off of the original. So every single one of these lines infinitely is a slight variation of that original world of JoJo that we know. Although to clarify, this is
that's just a theory, bro. In my opinion, in my pro otaku anime fan, hardcore fan anime manga opinion, my theory is that it's in the same timeline. Okay, it's just in the same timeline, and the universe resets. So the universe reset, right? Like the whole world resets, but they went back in time to Steel Ball Run. That's my theory.
It's not
that's
a
it,
100% confirmed thing for the
and that's how you keep the stands and all that.
Original universe. For all we know, there was just one universe, and Made in Heaven's resets were just altering that one universe. But the point being, for explaining purposes, that it's in its own lane. Whether it be one universe or a multiverse, it's still in the lane. So right next to this lane, but entirely separate, is the Steel Ball Run continuity. Same concept, it's in its own lane with an infinite number of universes stacked on.
So his idea of the thing is that there are two timelines. or like two worlds. In the two worlds, there are different timelines. Like, whoa, what?
Top of each other, all with slight variations
That's way
from
too
the base
complicated,
universe,
bro.
which is a confirmed thing in the story. So the two are parallel worlds that have no
Spoilers?
bearing or impact on the other, no matter the events or standability, even something like Made in Heaven. Unless, of course, in the future, Araki were to create a standability that somehow broke the barrier and transcended continuities, but we haven't seen
Not gonna
that
lie,
yet.
that will
So the
be
reason
cool
why
as
there are
shit.
alternate versions of characters like Jonathan to Johnny is simply because Araki wanted to, and it allows him to draw from his past ideas but reinvent them in new ways that celebrate the past but also evolve the series, as Araki didn't want to just ignore everything that came before and made JoJo special, like so many reboots seem to do where they hate what they're rebooting and throw away all of the original ideas. Araki went about essentially rebooting the series in a way that embraced what it originally was. So if you ever see people asking about this
guess.
topic or confused about it, all I ask is that you try not to be antagonistic or imperious about it, as sadly many fans seem to do, as the way it's written is objectively confusing. Part 6 ends with a universe reset that is hardly explained, and the part immediately following it is set in an alternate universe. So unless you're seeking out supplementary content on the subject or Araki interviews, I would assume most readers would think that there's a connection. And in the Steel Ball Run trailer,
is a
I don't
connection.
think they did it wrong or were trying to imply that Made in Heaven created the alternate universe. That's just how the timeline for the manga goes. And the separation between the universes is a lot simpler than people make it out to be. But there's really no reason to dog on those who might not understand the topic, so I just want to have a more positive
Nah, fuck them, bro.
outlook towards those who might be experiencing Steel Ball Run for the first time and have reasonable questions about the new universe. And as a community, I think we should try to be as uplifting as possible. So hopefully this cleared
Yeah,
things
what
up
was
and gave you a
heavily,
better
bro?
understanding.
Okay, so now I understand. So basically, Steel Ball Run is just like Steel Ball Run and everything after. Wait, so it's Steel Ball Run, and like the other parts after this, is this in the same universe as well? Like, is it connected, chat? Yo, chat, can you answer? Alright. So I guess, yeah, it's the same universe. But like part 1 to 6 and 7 to the rest are different universes. Nice. I mean, I hope he like makes something up to like combine the two. They will be dope. They will be insane. Combine the two. But I didn't read past Steel Ball Run. Not gonna lie. I didn't read past that. I'm maybe gonna wait the anime to refresh my mind on what happens in Steel Ball Run, and then I'm gonna read the other parts. Not gonna lie. But anyways, JoJo's. JoJo's is the best anime manga out there. If you didn't watch it, go watch it right now, bro. Right now.
Hey, Woods, like that shit up. Captain the bike, feel like I can't breathe.
Tell me when you live, so don't come at the time.
Cut the G43 and I swear that bitch go bang. Every time your shit come out, she cutting it